Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Triambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hari Om, salutations to all. In the Vedas, we find that there are mantras which are there, and the mantras are revelations of Bhagavan to the rishis who are in a meditative state. So what we find in the Vedas, they are called mantras. They are revelations. They are not compositions. They are not written by the rishis by their thinking. So rishis are called mantra drashtas. Mantra rishayah mantra drashtaraha, not mantra kartaraha. Drashta means to whom the mantra is revealed. He is the seer. He, she, it can be. There are rishikas also to whom mantras are revealed. The compositions which are written, they will be shlokas. So Puranas will have shlokas. Itihasas, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, all these will have shlokas. And compilation of these shlokas becomes stotram. So the mantras which are there in the Vedas, they have different chanda or meter. Like Anushtup Chanda, if we say, it will have 32 syllables in total, 8 syllables in each quarter. Gayatri Chanda, when we say, 24 syllables, 8 in one quarter, 3 padas. So that way, Burhati, Jagati, Gayatri, Trishtup, Anushtup, like that different chandas are there. Each chanda has its own metrical specifications. One of the chandas is Gayatri. So when we say Gayatri, it is a chanda, and the mantra revealed to Rishi Vishwamitra is a mantra dedicated to Surya Bhagavan. Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, Om Bhur Bhuvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. In that Bhuva Bhuva Suha are the 3 Vyahritis. The Gayatri mantra starts from Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That are 24 syllables. So very, very powerful. Next to Om, Gayatri is the most powerful mantra. It is actually called Savitra mantra because it is dedicated to Surya Bhagavan, but we have associated it with the meter, and so we say Gayatri mantra. Now this Gayatri mantra, this Gayatri meter, we have the Gayatri mantra for different deities, like how this Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat is the mantra dedicated to Savita Surya Narayana. So it is called Savitra mantra. That way there is Gayatri mantra for Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Shiva, for Devi, for different deities. So the Gayatri, the mantra which we say as Shiva Gayatri, Rudra Gayatri. Today we will learn that. Today and tomorrow we will do the Nididhyasan on that mantra. I'm going to share one short presentation just to understand that mantra. So this Gayatri mantra for Bhagwan Shiva, Rudra Gayatri, Shiva Gayatri, we find in Taittiriya Aranyaka, and specifically it is this Mahanarayana Upanishad 1.23. What is the mantra? Tatpurushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi tanno rudra prachodayat. So this is the mantra. Tatpurushaya. If you see, there is one vertical line above Ru, there is one horizontal line below V of vidmahe, and there are two lines above Ya in prachodayat. These are the Vedic intonations. When the mantra, which is especially a Vedic mantra, is chanted with the proper intonations, then that mantra creates maximum vibratory effect also, and the mantra's benefit is maximized. So the line, vertical line above is called Udatta. So that swara has to be taken up, that vowel has to be taken up. Tat Purushaya. Horizontal line below is called Anudatta. So that swara should go down. Vidmahe. Tat Purushaya Vidmahe. Mahadevaya Dhimahi. Where there is no swara, where there is no intonation mark, that has to be pronounced Swarita. It is flat, no up and down. Dhimahi, no intonations at all. Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. So this is the way the mantra is chanted. And when we know the meaning of that mantra, while we chant the mantra with the proper intonations, we visualize the form of Bhagavan, and then we bring the meaning into the mind. That is how the mantra's power gets maximized, and we also are able to internalize some of the ideas which the mantra is suggesting, which is the bha also, the feeling also, which we are praying to Bhagavan. So this is the mantra, and if you see below, the commentary of Sayanacharya ji is given. Sayanacharya ji is the brother of Swami Vidyaranya, a great master. He is called next only to Shankaracharya in his greatness. Aparam iva Shankaracharyam. So, and he was, I think, the 12th Shankaracharya of the Sringeri Mutt. And his brother is Sayanacharya, and Vidyaranya Swami ji, he inspired his brother to write the commentary on the Vedas. So on this mantra, this is his commentary, what he has given. Tam agama prasiddhai Aishwaryam Purushakaram Mahadevam Vayam Janima. That Supreme Mahadeva, who is Purusha, who is well known in the Vedas, may we know him. Vayam Janima. Tasya Jnanartham Tam Mahadevam Dhyayema. To gain more knowledge about him, may we meditate on him, and tasmin dhyana vishaye jnanadata Rudra asman prerayatu, and may the Rudra impel us, implore us to attain the knowledge, because that's the nature of ours. True nature of ours is that Purusha. So, Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, that Purusha. The mantra is saying Tat Purushaya. That, generally we use the word that to indicate something far. So if we say that car there, and then we say this scooter here. So this means near, that means far. Right now, it appears as though the truth is far from us. That supreme truth. So we lift our hands, we sometimes look up also. But where is that? That also indicates the cause, the supreme cause of the whole creation. That supreme cause is Purusha. Purusha means one who is Purna, Purnatvat Purusha, one who is complete. And that state of completeness is what we seek. We want fulfillment, we want permanent happiness, Paramananda. Purusha is that state. As of now, we feel, oh, that state is high, that state is difficult, that state is different from us. But the word Purusha also means Puraushete. It is right here in our heart as our own true self. We have not known that. Each one's heart there is a bhav, I am, aham, aham, aham. That aham is Purusha, that aham is Purnam. In that there are no boundaries, there is no limitation of the body, age, gender, positive, negative. None of the limitations are there in that state. And which we experience unconsciously every night in the deep sleep. When the mind becomes completely silent, who are we? This individuality is not experienced by us, but I still am, which is consciously experienced in the state of samadhi, and which is there every moment of our life, but we are not aware of it because the mind is extroverted. So the mantra is invoking that Purusha, the cause of the whole universe is in my heart, as my true self, and I am running behind in the world outside to gain that happiness. So the mantra is saying Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, that may we meditate and may we know that Purusha, the self here. We are not searching some God out there or some form out there or some unknown entity. We are making our mind turn within. Tat Purushaya, that supreme cause of the universe is in my heart. How? Gurudev always said the cause pervades the whole effect. If the pot is made from mud, mud pervades the entire pot. Same way the whole creation is made from, it appears from consciousness. Consciousness pervades everything. So it's in my heart also. So that Purusha, Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, may we know that Purusha. May we know that my nature is consciousness. And for that, what should I do? Mahadevaya Dhimahi. I invoke and I meditate on Mahadeva. So may I know, may I realize that Supreme Purusha. That same Purusha is Mahadeva. Mahadevaya Dhimahi. I meditate on the form of Mahadeva. Div literally means to illumine. Mahadeva, one who illumines specially. That is one meaning. Meaning who is all the time there, who never becomes absent. Every other source of illumination comes and goes. Sun we see for some time, then we don't see the sun. Same way moonrise, moonset, sunrise, sunset, all that happens. Fire is there for some time, then it gets blown off. Light we can put on, we can put off. But consciousness is ever present, all the time. If thoughts are there, it is there. If thoughts are not there, also it is there. Positive thoughts, it is illumining. Negative thoughts, it is illumining. And it remains unaffected by what it illumines. So that is the Vedantic understanding. Mahadevaya Dhimahi. I meditate on that ever-present consciousness. My Swarupa is that. And as a form, I meditate on Bhagavan, Shiva, who is the Adi Guru, who gives knowledge. That's why he has written here, Jnanartham tam Mahadevam dhyayema. I meditate on Mahadeva, who is Adi Guru, who gives the knowledge of the self and who is the destroyer, who destroys our avidya. So we meditate on that Mahadev. And a very beautiful saying is, who is Dev? One who drinks Amrit and becomes and is relatively immortal is called Dev. But one who drinks poison and is absolutely immortal is Mahadev. The Samudra Manthan, when it happened, the Halahal wish came out, Kalakut wish came out, and nobody wanted. People were dying. The fumes of it are so powerful. But Mahadev took that whole wish and he drank. And he retained it in his throat. One small little blue color appeared on the throat. It is called Nilakantha. So Mahadev also is symbolic of that. When we turn within, the mind will bring out its own suppressions, repressions, its own hidden tendencies, all kinds of impurities, everything will come out. May we not get disturbed by that. Any such impurity comes out, we surrender to Bhagavan, saying, Bhagavan, offered at your feet, please take. And come back to mantra chanting. Come back to the form of Bhagavan. So that way, if the impurities are offered to Bhagavan, then the Amrit comes. Amrit is here the knowledge of the self. So we meditate on the form of Mahadev and pray. What is our prayer? Tanno Rudra prachodayat. May that Rudra preside over our buddhi. May that Rudra impel us to walk this path, to know the truth. Our mind is otherwise distracted. It runs in the world outside. It wants sense enjoyments. It is stuck with its own emotions, memories, people, experiences. It is trapped in these. May that Rudra Bhagavan impel us, motivate us to seek this knowledge of the self, knowledge of that Purusha, knowledge of my nature as consciousness. So this is the meaning. Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi. May we know or realize that Supreme Person is consciousness. For that, we meditate upon Mahadeva, and may that Rudra Bhagavan impel us towards that. Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Impel us to realize that state of consciousness, to know that Supreme Purusha. Tat Naha Rudra Prachodayat. The word Rudra literally means one who makes one cry. One wonders why Bhagavan is making us cry. Yeah, Ananda Swarupa Bhagavan, then why is he making us cry? So it is not like that. He makes us suffer and cry. But Rudra, he makes one cry when the jiva has done negative karmas. The result of that is some sorrow, some suffering, it will come. Out of compassion only Bhagavan ensures that that jiva gets out of that, goes through it, finishes that negative karma. So while going through that suffering, one is crying. Bhagavan is the karma phaladata. If some negativity, if some suffering is there in our life, some pain is there, it only means some negative karma is getting exhausted, something one would have done at some point in time. It is getting exhausted, getting over. So remember Bhagavan and let it pass. One meaning of Rudra is that. Rudra also is the one who will make the devotees cry out of devotion, out of bhav and bhakti. The compassion of Bhagavan, the more one remembers, more one feels gratitude towards Bhagavan and what all blessings Bhagavan has given and how Bhagavan supports us through every stage of life. Sometimes we may not know it also, but it is there. Bhagavan's grace is there at all times. So the devotee remembers that and invokes and feels the bhavana, then tears flow. The tears of joy they are. So that is called, so that's why he is Rudra. And he is also the, beautifully it is said here that the Srishti is created with the preponderance of Rajoguna. So Rudra is the creator as Brahma or Bhava. Then with the preponderance of Tamoguna, he destroys the creation as Shiva or Mahesha, and with the preponderance of Sattva Guna, he is the sustainer of the world. So he is Mrida. So same Bhagavan Rudra appears as the creator, sustainer and destroyer. And so we are worshipping that Ishvara, that supreme creator, sustainer and destroyer, whom we are requesting, please help our mind to focus on this path so that I come to know the truth. Now, if somebody has any other desires they want to fulfill and seek that from Bhagavan, one can ask that also. This is the highest, gaining which nothing more remains to be gained. When we say, I realize Purusha in my heart, that Purnatvam, that Paramananda is what we ultimately seek. So if we are seeking that directly, everything else comes with that. But if suppose somebody says, I want some wealth, I want some freedom from some disease, I want good health, I want prosperity, I want love, I want fame. Bhagavan blesses with whatever one seeks. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham. So in the contemplation, today we will chant this mantra and pray to Bhagavan, keeping this meaning in mind, that may we experience this Purnatvam, and may Bhagavan help us to quieten the mind and give us that motivation to seek consistently, to not forget that my goal is to know the truth, to know consciousness. Paramananda is my Swarup, to know that. So may the mind become more and more tuned to that. We will use the same form, as I said, we retain for all the sessions, we will use the same form of Bhagavan, so that the mind also is, it is tuned to that one form.